prepping the drain hose. This comes pre-connected on the other side, but for connection to the air gap, it depends on your size, and this is designed to be able to be cut off for depending on your size. So just using a utility knife, you can cut this off pretty easily. And it comes with some water inside the pump to prevent it from drying out during storage or shipping. So anyway, we're cut off there and ready for the install. Now I'm going to flip my unit over. Again, we've pre-started our legs just enough so that they're going to be easy to adjust once we're in place. Okay, the unit flipped over. And now what we're going to need to do is pre-run our lines and our wire through the cutout. So just pass the drain hose through, and it's kind of a good idea to start with your cord, pass that through first. You're going to have a lot easier time. Fortunately, this one's got big enough deal here, so passing the cord through, and then last is going to be our water line, passing that through. And now we'll be able to push everything back into place. Pass our water supply line through, and then push the unit back into place. Well, one other thing, this unit did not come with a sound blanket, but what I'm going to do is reuse the sound blanket from the old one. That'll just make the user experience a lot better, dampen the sound a bit. So let me go grab that. Sound blanket was just held in place with some pieces of tape, so I'm just going to mimic it the way that it was on the old one. Take it down, and we're good there. Guide the drain hose around a little bit better. Okay. Guide the sound blanket in. Alright. Beautiful. Now we're going to want this to line up as much as possible with the front of the cabinets for a good fit. Go ahead and pull this off. There's like a blue protective film underneath here that we need to peel off. I'll come back to that part, peeling that off when we're finished. So now hooking up the drain line. Got our pipe clamp here. And what we're going to need to do is slip that onto the end of our drain line, like so. And then you're going to want to position your drain line somewhere where it's nice and easy for you to get to it. And we're going to slip this up over on top of the air gap until it presses into place. And it looks like I could have even cut off one more section of the hose, but as long as I can push the end on and tighten the clamp up over that, then we'll be good. It's good there. Okay. Now I'm going to slip up the clamp. Slip the clamp up over the end and tighten it on. There we go. Again, it may be a little preferable to trim that edge off, but I'm in there nice and solid. I'll leak test it. We'll leak test it, make sure everything's good there. Now hooking up the water supply line, we're going to take our flex line, pull it through, and run it to the end here. And just hand thread it on taking care that it's not cross-threaded. And it's a nice compression fitting, so we're just going to tighten it down a quarter turn past tight. And we'll turn our water on and check for any leaks. Go, quarter turn past tight. I go ahead and I'm going to open the line for the hot side up top for the faucet and turn the water on. This way we can purge the air. I'm going to check here at this point for any water leaks as I do this, as well as below the dishwasher itself. Any possible water leaks. Go ahead and turn the faucet off, and then at the dishwasher underneath it here, we're going to check for any leaks right here where our water supply line is connected. And we're nice and dry there, no leaks. Got some cardboard and all the stuff inside to unpack here. Okay. Instructions. And a rinse agent. It's important to add a rinse agent. And we'll also need to mount this to the cabinets. Remove all this styrofoam. Everything looks good there. Now I haven't secured it to the cabinet yet or balanced anything yet, but I think I'm ready to go ahead and plug it in and test the dishwasher. So I'm going to go ahead and plug our plug-in to the outlet we disconnected it from before. Now it's plugged in and we're ready to go ahead and fire up the dishwasher. There it goes. Everything's filling. As it's filling, I'm going to go ahead and check for any leaks again. Feel for any leaks down here. Everything's good here, as well as underneath the sink at the connection. Again, feeling for any leaks. Everything feels good there. We have no leaks. So we're going to position our door where we want it, and then underneath we're going to mount the screws here. These tabs here, press them up into place, and there's several different choices for screw positioning depending on your particular cabinet setup. I'm just going to go with the first one here. You want to make sure your screw is not too long, not so long that it pokes through the top of the cabinet. That would not be fun. First, do no harm. Okay, now we're mounted up there. What you want when you're positioning the feet of this, you want your dishwasher to roll towards the back just a little bit, to have a little bit of a pivot. But also you want everything to clear up top, obviously here, and to line up nice on the sides, nothing hitting. So in this particular one, I'm just going to lift it up a tiny bit and then adjust the feet a tiny bit to give it a little bit. You want it to lean towards the back just a tiny bit. Doesn't have to be a whole lot. Just enough so that when you pull dishes out, if you let it go, it's going to not roll back, but tend to go towards the back. Okay, now the machine's filling. And while that's going, I'm going to go ahead and start to get this plastic trim off. I gotta make this easier someday. Here we go. I'll pretty much get it from everywhere. It's kind of stubborn stuff, for sure. So you can see how much more reflective it is once it's off of there. Nice and shiny, nice and new. Sometimes you'll have to take a knife underneath here a little bit to get up under there. Just want to avoid scraping our new one. Just take this stuff out. Either push it in or take it out, one of the two. Okay. Okay, now the new unit's running very nicely, so what we want to do is advance it to the drain cycle and check for any leaks at the drain hose. There it goes. There's the drain cycle. And underneath, we're just going to feel up here for any kinds of leaks or any moisture. Everything's good here. No leaks. Nice. Go ahead and recheck our connection at our supply line. Everything's good there. Check all the drain line. Everything's good. No leaks. We're good to go. Nice new unit in. We can also look below for any leaks before we put our trim plate back on. And everything looks good there. No leaks. So we're ready to put the trim plate back on. So let me show you that here. This particular one has one stationary piece that goes feet down like so. Try to show you the screws a little bit better. Right there. Okay. And this one has only two screws. Two little tiny screws here. Now the bottom plate gets tilted up and into, there's two little legs underneath it up top. Okay. There's our screw hole. Okay, and then on the other side. Okay, and then we can slide our bottom trim plate down so it seats all the way against the vinyl. There we go. There's our bottom trim plate in, and we're all set there. One nice new dishwasher. Good to go. One final item. Don't forget to add your rinse agent. Makes everything run off the glass like water off a duck's back. Good to go.